Alright guys, sorry if this video looks a little rushed, but hey, Mew's got a new song dropping soon, so I think that's good enough excuse. Alright, let's go. After pitting the first two mobile games head to head to see which one is better, giving 5 reasons in favour of each one, I decided that it's time to do the same for the shooters. So first of all, I'm doing 5 reasons why Garden Warfare 1 is better than Garden Warfare 2, and in a later video I'll do the reverse.
But what about Battle for Neighbourville?
Well, I've never played that, and never will. Unless you give me 30 quid, and then maybe I'll consider thinking about it. So before I get on with the main list, I have a few honourable mentions. First of all, the music. This one's debatable, but all jokes aside about the results theme being depressing, it's a tune. The Gardens and Graveyards themes are also nice, as well as the Garden Ops ones, especially the special waves. However, GW2 at least has the legendary jingles, so this is capped as an honourable mention. Secondly, the nostalgia. Yes, I'm going to be upfront and honest about it here. I think this is the main reason why people prefer the first game. Don't get me wrong, I've definitely been there, and only really became a true GW2 convert after getting Xbox Live Gold and playing multiplayer, but such sentimental emotions do play their part in preferring this game. And finally, better designs. Yes, now we can talk about how sick Plasma P looks in this game compared to GW2, where he got buffed to the point he's one of the best characters in the game, but now looks like an anthropomorphic blueberry. Also, Power and Chompular, Chemist, a few other characters who look cooler in the OG. Also, I much prefer the photograph-like appearance of the abilities rather than the generic vector graphics in GW2, although they do look a bit better outside the game in GW2. Right, let's get on with the main list. First up, better maps. This one is somewhat of a contest. First, let's have a look at Team Vanquish maps. This game has 2 bad ones and the rest of them are pretty awesome. GW2 has 1 terrible map, a bunch of okay ones and a few great ones, so that's a split down the middle but leaning slightly towards GW1. But now let's look at turf maps. All of GW1s are super fun to play, yes even Walnut Hills, yes even Cactus Canyon. Only a few of GW2s are good, and sure Walnut Hills is one of those, but it ain't up to par with the pure splendidness it is on the OG. Also GW1 has nighttime counterparts for all its turf maps and a couple of Team Vanquish ones, which add to the map's visual appeal, while GW2 only has 2. And even then in Great White North it barely looks different. So yeah, the first game has without a doubt the better maps in my opinion. Number 2, more sticker packs. One thing that initially disappoints me about the sequel is that there's only 5 default sticker packs, although there's really 6 now, given that the Infinity Time pack hasn't gone away since EA pulled support of the game. GW1 has so many more packs, and what I like most about them is that there are Supreme packs, essentially the original Wondrous packs, for either plants or zombies, so if you're grinding for one thing in particular, it increases your chances of getting it. GW2 used to have a lot more packs, but they've been removed, while GW1s have stayed after all these years. Also in GW1 you have packs specifically for characters added in DLCs. Sure, these packs can be frustrating to grind for characters and upgrades given they're not the most generous, you hear me Skytrooper mains, but it means you can get specific characters and upgrades in these, increasing the chance of getting them in particular, as it's out of 7 or 8 characters as opposed to like 32. My third reason, better consumables. There are some people who never use the potted plants and spawnable zombies, so this won't even matter to a portion of the player base, but while the second game does have both types of spawnables on both teams, it drops quite a few of them. Laser Beam, Fire and Ice Pea Shooter, Vampire Zombie, Yeti Imp. It also lost some reskin zombies I thought were pretty cool, namely the Map Pirate and Barrel Zombie. In fact, the whole presence of pirate zombies and Sharp Eye Shores and Port Scalawagon Ops mode was just an awesome trait. And yes, while GW2 has the DJ uplink bot, he ain't exactly the Caraboom. Also, this goes back to my point on the designs. I love how the selection icons, for the plants specifically, are depictions of the plants in previous games, compared to the more advanced but less exciting 3D designs in GW2. Number 4 is that it's easier to unlock abilities. This one also sounds kind of minor, but one aspect of the second game I'm not down with is that there is much less chance of getting ability from packs, and that's not even mentioning the ones that are sold for a crap ton of coins, and the 2 you have to pay IRL money for. In GW1 you pretty much get one ability like every 3 packs. So perfect for getting your hands on the Rocket Drone, Ultra Tackle, good old Johnny, and of course, the best ability in the game, Super P Jump. Also, while we're talking about abilities, I know it's unlocked by default, but God bless the Cheetah Heal Station. Heals at the speed of Sonic the Hedgehog in a Turbo Hamster Cage. And number 5 is the Customisations. Possibly the most predictable on the list because the cosmetics in this game are just so much better than what we got in the sequel. Whether it's the virtual weapon skins, the scientist TV head, the sunflower sunburn, or the revered zombie sunflower mask, This game is loaded with excellent pieces that even make the bling packs worth a purchase if you've got all the characters and haven't got anything else to get in the game. Hell, even some of the less appealing customizations like the Sunflower's medical kits are just absolutely on brand with the game's humour. The taunts are generally better too, and you can equip 4 instead of 2, although at least GW2 brought some of them back. While you do have to get zombies upgrades in order to get their weapon skins as opposed to GW2 when you can just pack them after getting the character, it's totally worth it. So while it has nothing to do with the gameplay, this is unanimously agreed to be the one thing the original game does better.